An old man drops some money behind a poor girl and walks away. The girl picks up the money and calls out to him. She looks at the money and says, "This is a lot of money, but no, these are not mine. I will go and return it." She puts down the basket in which she sells her things and goes after the old man. The old man is busy talking on the phone and goes inside the house. The poor girl comes from behind. A man comes, there, looks around and takes away the poor girl's basket. The poor girl knocks on the old man's door. The old man's son, who is on a call, comes out and says, "Yes, tell me, what do you want?" The poor girl says, "An old man just came inside. I want to meet him." The son says, "Whatever you need, tell me. I will tell my father secretly the old man is watching all this." The son says, "Tell me what it is, I will let him know." But the girl insists, "I want to meet the old man." The boy says, "Fine," and starts closing the door. The poor girl says, "This money fell from that old man. I came to return it." She gives the money to him. The son says, "All right, I will give this money to my father. You can go now." The girl takes out a small piece of paper from her pocket, writes something on it as proof, and gives it to the son, then leaves. The son throws the paper away and closes the door. When the poor girl reaches the place where she had left her basket, it is gone. She becomes worried and starts looking for it. The boy puts the money in his pocket. The father comes and asks who was at the door. The son avoids the question and says, "No one." The father keeps asking, "Who came?" But the son keeps changing the topic, saying, "It was no one, just a beggar." The son leaves. The father comes outside, sees the piece of paper, picks it up, reads it, and walks away. The poor girl sits sadly by the roadside. The old man comes there and says, "You stole my money." The poor girl says, "No, I went to your house. A boy came out and I gave him the money." The old man takes out the paper and says, "Did you write this?" The girl says, "Yes, I wrote it as proof." The old man says, "I will give you more money. Take this and give it to my son. I want to test him." The son at home is counting the money when suddenly there is a knock at the door. He opens the door. The poor girl says, "I came to return the money your father dropped." The boy takes the money and the girl leaves. The boy closes the door. The father comes home and asks the son, "Did anyone give you money?" The son denies it and says, "You are falsely accusing me. No one gave me money." The father says, "A girl gave you the money," and the girl suddenly appears from behind. The son is shocked. The father says, "You are still lying. I gave that girl the money to test you, but even after being my son, you are dishonest, while this poor girl is very honest. You should be ashamed." The son says, "I have nothing." The father gets angry and says, "We planned this together, and you are still lying. Take the money out of your pocket." The son, feeling ashamed, takes out the money and gives it to his father. The father says, "Get out of my sight." The son leaves. The old man, very impressed by the girl's honesty, gives her some money as a reward and says, "You are truly honest. The money my son could not return to me, you brought back to me. I am very happy with your honesty." Honesty is the best policy. If you liked our video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.